My name is Daniel Kloos and I'm an instrument engineer for Maersk Oil. Maersk Oil is Denmark's leading oil and gas production and exploration company, and in the North Sea we're doing approximately 65,000 barrels a day. The business challenges we face as an organisation are very much the same as many other operators in the North Sea. We're working on old, ageing assets. There's also, as part of this, there's the very, very physical aspect of corroding pipework and corroding steelwork. But what people can't see is the discrete components within a PLC system. So this is the bit that often gets overlooked, but could have a critical impact on production should these parts fail. You can perform fabric maintenance on steelwork, but it's very difficult to perform fabric maintenance on a PLC card. The solutions that were implemented by Rockwell Automation was we worked with Rockwell to identify the equipment systems that we wanted to address. This broke down the electrical, the instrument and the mechanical systems into manageable sizes. From this, Rockwell drilled into these equipment systems to identify subcomponents, and then Rockwell liaised with the manufacturer of these subcomponents to work out if they are obsolete, if they are end of life, or if they're still supported. For the systems that are obsolete, Rockwell worked with the vendor to identify replacement strategies. Once these reports had been completed by Rockwell, they were then handed over to Maersk to allow us to discover if we wanted to replace the entire system or just buy up some spares. The impact Rockwell have had on my day-to-day work is that I now have a sole contact within Rockwell for obsolescence. There's a team of engineers that work here, but I've got a single point who I can call should I have a problem with any of my systems that have already been investigated, and identify who the contacts are at the relevant manufacturer, if the equipment is obsolete or if it is still supported. If it's still supported, then I can buy new cards. However, if it's obsolete, we'll already have worked with Rockwell for a replacement strategy, and that could just be a case of getting the cards off the shelf or start the ball rolling for replacing the entire system. This is good for me because it allows me to know I've got a team that knows my systems inside out. I can ask them questions about discrete components, and they know a manufacturer and a point of contact at that company. What impressed me the most about the people here at Rockwell is that they're very keen and they're very thorough. They do detailed investigation into all the systems that we have that they're studying as part of the obsolescence. But besides that, we also have the relationship with Rockwell as a software vendor. Rockwell Automation are our software provider on the FPSO that I work for. I have an excellent relationship with the engineers over here. I'm in contact with them on a daily basis to discuss the projects that we're working on and future projects that we're going to be working on. As of last year, we had a Rockwell engineer offshore for 50% of the time. This was working on software upgrades and also working on punch list items that the offshore team had identified. This presence offshore is an excellent resource as it's training up our offshore techs into operating the systems that they're using on a day-to-day basis. I'm very impressed with the relationship I have with Rockwell, and I can see it going from strength to strength.